Welcome to Rolls of Redemption, where we redeem your Monday one roll at a time. Grab your snack, grab your drink of choice, and let's get rolling. Hello.
Hello, friends.
Hi.
Y'all.
Will these dice will leave the jail today?
Is that a good call? Is that a good idea?
Well,
Have you,
so they have to be released. They have to be released because they were bad on the last session. So this is really parole.
you believe in redemption because we're rolls in redemption?
Yeah,
I guess
we do
that's
believe
fair.
in redemption. So the mother ducker is coming back.
How many tries does
redemption.
it get before the redemption has been voided?
For these two, one chance. For the rest, that I did indeed
Ooh,
make an Ada collection
Cute.
of like which dice are for which. Yeah, these guys get 2 shots each.
Nice.
Oh, I thought that was a dice jail.
Oh no. These are my friends.
Did you someone was inferring they were supposed to clean our dice. Did you clean them to get rid of any problems there?
No, but I did pray over
Wait, we're
these
supposed
ones.
to clean
Oh.
dice?
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
I've never watched any of my dice.
Allegedly.
I've got a bunch of dirty dice.
Dirty dice. We don't roll real dice often, so
Done
it's not
dirt
like
cheap.
That's true. Dirty dice done
I-
cheap.
when
That's the tagline.
I would play more often with them, like I would, just kind of unsanitize.
You gotta
Like,
figure
what is
out.
it,
You gotta
sanitize
figure
them?
out how can you
Yeah.
clean them, but like only partially clean them so that they become weighted over time.
Dishwasher.
No, I just didn't like when my children would touch them and make them sticky, so I'd take a little Clorox wipe and just go.
That's fair.
Yes,
That's fair.
but if you make the one sticky, then you'll get more nat 20s.
Oh, I like you.
Anyway, can we recap this shit?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. A restful night was not on the cards for our adventuring party, as a party of Viking marauders tore through the town where they slept, filling the quiet night with screams of death and agony. The group, already split, did their best to navigate the carnage. On the outskirts, Ada and Diana made quickly to the waterfront in their wolf forms. Hal followed the howl and managed to join them shortly thereafter. And Phineas broke from Ray, eventually ending up with the other three. Ray, for her part, stuck to her oaths of protecting life and light, and ushered thoroughly terrified townspeople to a safe place to bunker down and ride out the initial onslaught. Now they set out on the path towards Corinthia, getting a first long rest, and hoping that they don't encounter too many other problems along the way.
Very nice. All right.
I forgot to long rest her, but oops. Gonna do that now.
Oh, I need to roll my
So-
importance.
If you have not done a long rest, please click that long rest button. If you have not done your portents, please roll your portents. I did see Nathan added his heroic inspiration in. Catherine,
Yes.
I believe on a long rest, you are allowed to swap out one of your weapon specialties. What's it called?
Grandmaster something.
Masteries.
Weapon mastery.
Weapon mastery.
So, considering you currently have a longsword, a great axe, and a longbow, and nothing else, you're welcome to swap out
Gonna
the
leave
whip.
it on the axe.
Yeah, you could swap out the whip for something else if you'd like.
The whip. I have a whip.
You have weapon mastery with a whip. I don't know if you ever actually had a whip.
Oh. I currently have weapon mastery with my great.
And you get to
I get 2. How do I do that?
Speaking of, I rolled a pair of 2s, so 2 is a number for the
Oh.
evening, which is good. I will take those, and Rob will wonder when I'm going to throw them at him.
yeah.
Robert, how do I
Concerned.
change this?
All right. So if
Excuse
I
me.
click on, so if you
Sure.
click on whip slow,
Mhm.
It pops up the weapon mastery thing, and then you can scroll down, and then there's a drop-down menu where you can pick a new weapon instead of whip.
This is not scratching.
Or you can just tell me I want longsword or I want longbow, and I can do it for you because I have it open.
I'm gonna do it myself.
All right.
Now I have longbow.
Nice. And we're able to figure out what you wanted to do with your spells.
Yeah, I ditched heroism, I think, and I got Shield of Faith because I'm squishy because I don't have armor.
But I did add your shield. I did equip your shield for you.
Oh, okay, thanks.
So for anyone who's
Phineas
not
feels
in the
really
role
bad about
play,
that.
anyone who's not in the Discord, get in the Discord. For anyone who is in the Discord and doesn't have time to read all the role play, that's very valid. Very, very valid. We either are just silent or type way too much. Yeah. So Ray left her armor and her personal armory back in the tavern as it was overtaken by the Viking raiders. Phineas left probably anything that is useful for survival, but he brought his books. And that's that. So he's actually really well off because he's a wizard. But on their way, racing through the woods, Ray was able to find a pretty messed up shield. So the mechanics I put behind this are, it is good for as long as she's wearing it, unless I meet her armor class exactly, or land a critical hit, and then I'm going to go all Witch King of Agmar on her shield. So yeah, but until then, she's got that +2 AC.
And I'm desperately looking for anything that I can replace it with.
Yeah. Oh, and Diana has a wooden fox sculpture.
To do.
Which I'll have you know, I did for posterity roll the dice as I sat down here, and I got a 17 on the dice, which if I'm using wood carving tools is a 21. So that's a dang good fox.
That's a really nice fox.
Oh,
know.
yeah, Diana.
It's
It's
the
the Foxy Box, right?
And Hal, don't you lose that map, because I need to look at it eventually at a later time, because
With your magic
Rob
cat.
and I just discovered that with calligraphers, interestingly, with calligrapher supplies, not cartographer supplies, calligrapher supplies proficiency, I can look for treasure on a map that I find, but
Including
Rob
magical
doesn't
maps.
want me to make him make that up on the spot, so we're going to deal with it later.
I threatened
That's
him.
apparently in Xanthar's?
Yeah, Xanathar's guide has a whole lot of stuff that I'm going to slowly be
Xanathar's.
rolling out for you guys as far as learning new skills, learning new proficiencies, because you've got quite a hike ahead of you, so you can only travel for 8 hours a day before you fall down dead.
Great.
So you're going to have some downtime on your hands.
Maybe you guys, but I have a higher constitution, so.
Oh,
It's true,
shut
it's
up!
true.
Oh, is this gonna be like a Kier's passive perception?
Only if you let it be.
Constitution measuring contest.
I don't let things. This is not my fault. You instigator.
Phineas just shows everyone how high his intelligence is. He doesn't have to tell them.
Oof. That's okay. You don't have wisdom. It's fine.
Phineas doesn't tell them how high his intelligence is. His mouth does that for him.
He starts
Exactly.
mansplaining, and we go, oh.
Uh-huh.
If you see Sadie roll her eyes, yeah.
I feel
Yes.
like Sadie. This is why Sadie and Ada are bestest of buddies. They never say anything to each other.
Cat.
Best friends.
They just roll their eyes at each other.
Mm-hmm. You also think these people are just silly people. Yes, mortals suck.
That they do.
All right. Everyone is rested. Character sheets are up to date. We're good to rock and roll.
Sir, yes, sir.
Oh, I need to actually press long rest. Not that I think it matters.
Please do the thing.
I realize I probably
I
have
don't
the
think
ability
I-
to change my spells, but won't be doing any of that because I need to learn normal spells. So
You don't have the
I
ability
don't.
to change your
Great.
spells.
That's amazing.
Nope.
I love that for me, actually. I don't want that ability.
On level up, and only on level up, you can
Amazing.
get rid of one spell that you realized sucks, and pick another spell, and then you get. That's it. It's very. I'm good at what I do, and
Thank
that's
you. I
what I do.
appreciate this because that is
Yeah.
all I can mentally manage.
Placental block.
That's okay. You just pick who spells you
I
like,
don't.
and you
I
just use
think that it was
those.
before the placenta
Look at
even
my
existed.
voice.
This is just I
We're
am.
gonna blame the
I know
child.
I am
Blame the
very
child.
good at the very few things that I like to do. We do not
She-
deviate. We do not
She knows what she
explore.
knows.
Yeah, but you now have the next
It
30
was a
years of
lot
blaming your child.
It was a lot of pressure for Torkel like last campaign because every level up I'm like I have the decision to add like one spell. I have to spend 6 hours going through all of them to figure out which one, at least 6 hours to figure out which one's best. I don't think you're gonna play that way.
All right. The not so weary party of heroes has packed up their camp. Sorry, I'm going to keep referring to you as heroes until you prove me otherwise.
Not misfits. I like Band of Misfits for right now.
Misfit toys.
Nerds.
Yeah,
Band
those
of
misfit
nerds.
toys.
Just a bunch of nerds.
We're on the island of misfit toys. Sorry, I derail.
They break camp, pack everything up, down what little food they have, rationing for the next day or so, knowing very well that that's all they've got left, and start the climb. The hills in this area have proven just a
they
little bit of
alive?
trouble.
Are they alive with the sound of music?
Stop derailing me! I'm gonna
Maybe.
start singing.
Look at my void.
Whitefish.
Look at my void. He derails me constantly. They all do.
The last few minutes before your camp, one of the reasons you really had to pause and take camp was that the hills were beginning to get more and more frequent, steep. Their incline, their declines, especially with all the mud, was really starting to take its toll on all of you. And if you can't tell, I wrote up this beautiful description before you all took a long rest and didn't realize you were going to take a long rest. So, anyways, you now have entered the foothills of the Fjorgenes Mountains. I will drop that in the chat at a later time. To the east,
Yeah, I can't spell that.
To the east, the forest is becoming sparse enough that the shores of the Galeen Sea are visible as they crash against the rocky shoreline. The waking dawn approaches, though through those trees like a newborn beast taking its first steps. The sun's soft light starts to paint the sky and sea a silvery crimson as it peels away the remnants of the storm clouds from the night and dance pink in the sea foam of the nearby beach. A jarring shout of joy breaks the momentary peace of this new day's birth. All night during your travels and rest, the group had overheard either silence, whispers, or the occasional laments and sorrows of the refugees hidden beneath the thick forest branches and nestled away out of sight of the road. But joy? This was new. The group's eyes follow the sound down towards the seashore, where a young lad stands, his back to the sea, and he is gesturing wildly. Gesturing to the shells and shadows of the people that seem to be trying to attend to his whimsy. A few words roll up the hilltop and grab your ears. I found them. Stopped. Camp. An hour in chains. A muffled cry, joy, mixed with hope's desperate desire to overcome despair, leaps out from one of these shadows. And I'm going to see what you guys want to do. There is the road ahead, and these people, whatever is going on, is not on the road.
So we see a boy communicating to potentially other people something about a camp, and some people seem happy and sad.
Yes.
We don't have anyone in chains at this point, right? Like Phineas is like look around like we dealt with the whole chain situation.
Unless it's Alice.
I don't know an Alice.
In chains?
I don't remember Alice.
I'm sorry.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell.
Maybe it's a local thing. Well, it seems like that child needs help. And if we can help, we might as well. It's not that far.
Why would you say he needs help? I am pretty sure he's just talking about a camp.
Why don't we just talk about not running into people when possible? Or are we going to run into people right now?
I don't know. Do they smell like snakes, Ray?
Do they smell like snakes, Robert?
You are so too far away from them.
They
to
look like
smell
ants. Oh, speaking of smelling like snakes, I have perfume, Ray. I just realized in my pack.
Oh, that could be most interesting. Would you like to spray it on Ada's cloak that I'm wearing?
Not a lot of perfume, but a little bit. Sure. And pull out this perfume bottle. And I'm gonna spray it, but not on Ada's cloak. Accidentally just get really excited, spray it in Ray's face. They're like, alright. I didn't think you smelled like a lizard before, but now you smell like flowers. So
Now I smell like a pretty lizard. And I taste like one too.
Now you smell expensive.
I'm sure that they won't know what this perfume smells like, so it would be harder to find you.
Ray, make me a nature check.
Okay. Is this to determine what I smell like?
Yep.
It would be a nat 20.
Damn.
All right. You do not smell like skunk grass, which was my original hope. Skunk weed?
Oh, I'm not familiar with the scent, but that's okay.
Like
You're welcome.
skunk cabbage?
Skunk cabbage? Yeah, there's lots of fun names for whatever that
That's
plant
what
is.
you think it is.
Mary Jane's.
All right, Nathan. What flower would your wife like to smell like?
She's allergic to most scents, especially floral scents.
What baked good?
Orchids? Cinnamon roll?
Yes, cinnamon and
That's a big
vanilla
old
would be delightful.
Vanilla. There you go.
Deal. This is a vanilla scented
This is a
perfume.
homemade
So everything
perfume.
in the bathroom
Perfect.
right next to me.
I made it in the kitchen of my cousin.
The Northlanders do take a lot of pride in being clean and
Baking.
smelling good. Yeah.
And also cake.
Yeah.
And also cake.
Also cake.
So,
It just thinks it smells
pardon me for a moment. I
expensive
need to go
because-
add that to my notes
Oil.
about Vikings. They like the cake and
Cake.
vanilla grows.
Yes.
The
So,
Vikings like cake.
I mean, when you have the feast,
Who
you have the
doesn't?
roast, and then the second part of the feast, you have the cake.
Exactly. The honey cakes and the cinnamon sugars and there's so much. Yeah.
This cake. It
So
actually
much.
smells like cake. It's fine. It doesn't smell like lizards, and that was the whole point. Lizards don't smell like cake.
That is true. If they do, they have a yeast problem.
I don't want to know more about that. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Sorry, the tismed.
So can we
Right. So
is
child over there.
the child off the road, did you say, or forward
Mm-hmm.
on the road?
He's basically standing on the seashore.
Great. Well, I'd like to actually go down to the seashore in the light of day anyway to see what we can
Sally
sort of
sells
figure.
seashells?
Yeah, if we can. I can't say that. You know I can't because I mess up my S's and F's. You know this. I'm going to lisp my way through that. Screw you.
There's someone named Sally in Jersey Shells on the seashore.
Yeah, that's fuck you. So, because I want
None
to
of these
see,
NPCs are named Sally.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic. I want to see if I know that it won't be much difference in the daylight for me than it was in the night, but I want to see if there's anything that I missed of the raiders that were coming.
This further up on the coastline, like so it won't be exactly where we were, but like
Yeah.
Just a small bit, yeah.
Within like 20 minutes of you breaking camp.
okay.
Before we go further, I am going to give Diana heroic inspiration for that perfume, and I'm going to give Catherine heroic inspiration for being a good sport about me picking on Nathan.
Listen, you can pick on my husband whenever you want. So how do I? What do you mean by I get it, but not Ray?
I think Ray gets
You
it
just
too.
click the button.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
Okay.
it goes
He
on.
just
Ray.
wants you to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
specifically
It was for
who
you.
earned it. Who earned it? You or your character.
You picked literally the worst question to ask him because
I don't
hate
know.
flowers.
I feel like he nailed it from a husband lens. I feel like he nailed.
Well done.
He knew exactly the answer to give. So, but he's already has inspiration, so he can't get it again. And I will remind you, all of you have Friendspiration.
Right.
right.
Which
Remember?
we're working on getting tokens for that.
Yeah.
So hopefully
Ooh,
we'll be able to pull that off. All right.
Grab myself a coin
Who-
somewhere.
Is leading this parade.
I will lead the way because I am good at knowing where I'm going. Perhaps, maybe I'm not actually good at knowing where I'm going at all.
Hal's gonna
Map.
be right up there next to Ada because he wants to help the kid.
Okay. So here we go.
All right. So it's one big group. Great.
Could you stop trying to get in the way of me leading?
I mean, at least you two match right now.
I know you're wearing a sweater.
That's true.
You got that. You got that. My sister's boyfriend's hoodie vibe going.
We've all at this point have started to trade clothes like one sorority. Okay.
No. We're not
It's
even like
delightful.
friends yet, but it's like here you can
Yeah.
have my clothes.
I'm nice shirt. Here,
So
have
you
my
know,
clothes.
we're all
Here's
gonna
my
be as
jacket.
friends by the end.
Friendsgiving.
That's cute. All right.
As you get
survival check?
within,
No. Okay.
you can see the ocean. So as you get within maybe 100 feet, you're not quiet. The five of you are moving as a group, and you see the whole camp just kind of turn and get very startled by all of you. One of the adults seems to grab a shield and a spear and kind of step forward as everyone else kind of starts to crowd towards the tent area.
As soon as Hal sees them reacting, he's just going to, with a bright smile, start waving and say, "Hello there. Any help?"
We don't need help. We're fine.
Oh, well, okay. Our friend just wanted to see the ocean, so we'll be out of here in a moment.
Can I insight check the man who needs no help?
Absolutely.
See if the real dice want to cooperate today. No, they do not. That is a 6 plus 3 is a 9.
He seems a little too scared. So whether he needs help or wants help, he wouldn't be particularly fond of getting helped right now, it seems. At least not from strangers.
Presumably we don't recognize these people, or they just look like refugees that were along the way.
You can make an investigation check now that you're kind of closer and the sun is starting to come up.
That's a 2 plus 6 is an 8.
You
So
you hadn't seen any of these people in particular in town.
ring a bell.
As I'm going to be looking for any signs of whatever raiders, but I'd also like to to kind of just do a little check on these people on the shore to see what are they wearing, what I recognize what they're wearing. Do they have tattoos that I might recognize, something like that? So it's perception.
Sounds like a perception check.
Okey-dokey. Don't fuck with me. 14. So that's a dirty 20.
All right.
Nice.
Go dirty. You pick up a couple of things. They have that scent that you had just kind of generally smelled in the city of Falcon's Ridge. So it's not something particular like warm bread or, a burrow or anything like that. It's definitely not vanilla. But they're from there, and you can smell that. As you kind of look over them, they do seem to have a little bit of food. Two of them were wise enough to have brought tents. So for whatever reason, or wherever they were in the city, they had time to grab and go, or something along those lines. That maybe they were prepared for this. The one thing that stands out with you that you weren't expecting is the boy, the excited one. There's something on him that reminds you of the Raiders.
What?
It's that same scent you smelled on the air. It's not strong. You can give me a survival or an investigation to kind of
Yeah.
or an insight even.
So let me see. What is my investigation?
Meanwhile, can Hal just make
That's
small
not
talk? I don't need to roleplay small
Absolutely.
talk because I don't small talk, but Hal does.
What?
I was also delighted to find out that Diana's the most charismatic member of this entire party, so.
That's 15 plus 4, 19. 19 survival.
He's not a raider, clearly, just based on his age and wiry build. For him to have this smell, he probably picked up something from them.
What do you have? You.
Who you?
We should just go
Me?
asking people what they have.
Did you pick something up from the raiders?
What do you mean? And you see the man with the shield kind of like lower his spear and look sidelong, and then a ray of sunlight hits the man, and you realize his beard is full gray. And then this older woman who was kind of like standing next to the boy, guarding a couple of little kids, smacks the boy in the back of the head. What are you talking about? And the boy's just... And he pulls out a small leather pouch.
Where'd you find that?
and he looks around to the whole group of campers, and they all went from like this we're on edge to what did you do, boy? Kind of feeling, and he realizes he's in it. He was at the camp. I found the camp, the Raiders camp.
And
Where?
you just went in by yourself.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
we saw-
hold on.
I saw the
He
boat.
stole from Raiders. Why do we care?
well, I mean they have my friends.
Hal's now interested.
And
Sure, I understand, but like, I don't. Okay, you stole from some raiders who were pillaging a town, like, as you were. Am I missing something, guys?
they have
What? Why are we interrogating them?
I'm
they have
not interrogating. I'm asking questions.
If he saw something that could be useful,
You know what, Go ahead.
did you see something that could be useful? Maybe.
I mean, they have gold and a lot of the treasure from the town,
Mm.
and they have friends, and they have Jermaine.
Who's Jermaine?
I'm sorry.
Jermaine's our goat.
Ada looks
My
at
grandparents
Diana.
sell cheese. That's if we don't have Jermaine, we don't have. What do we do? And his grandmother hits him in the back of the head again.
Ada. Okay. All right. Where did you say the raiders are?
Are you going
you
after
could-
a boat?
I am going after the
Well,
goat.
I mean, they also have other children too, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, and some grown-ups.
So
and,
I think there's more than a goat at stake.
yeah,
Yeah.
and there's chickens, and there's probably like half a dozen goats.
Half a
Jermaine's
dozen,
just
see?
our goat.
We need to help their
and-
goats.
Okay, well, if we're gonna go on a wild goat chase, can we at least like get some information out of it? Like,
Yeah.
let's make it. I'm sorry, Phineas is being a
Oh
pain.
no!
This is not Nathan being pain. This is
I
Phineas being a
always
pain.
feel
I
like
apologize.
I have to do that too. Like I'm not trying to be a bitch. Ada is just right now a little bit
Ada
bitchy.
is a bitch.
So Ada is a bitch. I am not.
But
I'm a
also,
nice
Hal's
person.
really happy to hear that Ada cares.
Ada cares a lot, but also Ada is curious about who these raiders might be because, like, what if it is frickin' Ivan? Like, what if it's, somebody that we know and we can meet up with earlier? Ada's just really trying to get back to her people, okay?
Diana's confused. You care about goats suddenly, but
Because you liked your goat! Goats don't like Ada. Just
I named my goat too, but I'm not gonna go hug a raider for him.
But I also just
How
want
is
Phineas could not care less about livestock. Literally could not care less.
I the DM did lead with gold, did I not?
you did.
I mean, to be fair, all Ray was thinking about was her armor.
So there's armor
There's-
for Ray, there's gold for Phineas, there's
gold.
goats for Ada, and there's humans to save for Hal. And
Everybody
Diana?
gets
I don't know.
something. We're all happy.
Diana gets to spend time with Hal.
Oh, I was like, what's in it?
Diana has another side quest to avoid going to meet her
Avoid
betrothed.
marriage. Oh,
This
so
is just
we're,
one extended bachelorette party.
we're going backwards.
That's what this is.
Good.
Y'all are not heroes. Y'all are the bachelorette party.
Bachelorette.
Is there a mechanical bull? I
Does
was
that make
right.
Not
me the
yet.
DJ and
No,
the
there's probably a
stripper?
real one.
Mechanical bull.
I think that makes
Yeah.
Hal the DJ and the stripper.
Excuse me.
You say this.
I'm right here.
That's true. We have a stripper.
I know, but Hal's abs are out.
We have a stripper who smells really good right now.
Praise abs could be out
Have a
like the
dance
second.
off. That's fine.
The second.
Okay.
Cupcake stripper. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Here we go.
That should be the title of this particular episode. Just Cupcake Stripper.
Get your abs out. I don't have
Lost a lot of this conversation entirely.
So I would like to go find Jermaine the goat. Where is he?
I can show you.
Can you? Great.
Yeah. I know how to get back.
How old are you?
12?
Right. Could you write me directions?
No,
He probably
they didn't teach
right.
me to write.
Yep.
It's okay.
There-
We will keep him perfectly safe, and we'll make sure that he doesn't engage with anyone. He got there and back on his own. We'll just get far enough that
Exactly.
we can see it, and then we'll send him back.
No.
I'm looking at his grandma right now. Are you okay if he leads us to this camp?
If I had known he went last, I forgot her voice entirely. I'm sorry.
Fine, she can
If
be.
I had known he went last night in the night, I would have tied him to a tree. But
As you should have.
I'm pretty sure he'd get out of that too, considering if Benny, just don't die.
All right, we'll send him right back once we're close. Right?
And
I will keep
you,
him
you
perfectly
see him
safe.
get very excited, and he throws on his hood, and he whispers something to himself.
What is your name, small person?
Benny.
Benny. Right. Okay, Benny. That's.
Okay.
Don't die. Do not die. Benny the Jet.
Okay. Benny, you walk with me. Show me where this is.
You see him like snuggle up to a tree, into the shadow of the tree, and then he scuttles through the forest, making absolutely normal foot sounds, and then stops in the next shadow of a tree.
Is he singing?
He
those
absolutely
hero
gets
songs
the
himself?
concept.
Okay, it's very crunk.
Hal's
what
going
we-
to whisper, "That
Yeah.
was very good, Benny."
Thank you. I've been practicing.
I can
stealth.
tell.
Oh my god, we're going to have the death of a child on our hands. Not another one. It's fine. It's fine. Let's-
Should we all be rolling stealth? Should we all? I guess if the child is gonna sneak, we should all.
Isn't
Oh,
it
you want
Bond
to
Went out?
Or are we just all gonna be a distraction and hope they don't notice the very killable child?
We're
We
just
didn't
not
roll
going to
update
get
that
to a
out.
point where they could see the child.
No, we're not gonna get close enough for him. He's just gonna
Okay.
point to get close enough.
Well, my stealth was really great though, so 18 plus 5.
Wait, so
Which is
are we
math.
rolling stealth?
I did if I
Ada
Funsies.
is hidden.
yeah. I'm the
Hal
knight.
is planning to walk beside the child. Just walk.
The joke is I'm also walking
I'm just
beside
gonna
the child.
stay-
You just can't see me.
I'm just gonna stay in the back.
He's gonna tell Benny, "Don't be scared of the scary woman. She's actually quite nice."
Who's the scary woman?
Oh, that's you.
It's definitely.
I'm not scary, only when I'm a wolf, really. I'm not trying to be scary.
And he's also then gonna whisper, "I don't know if you knew, but she can change into a wolf. That is scary."
You don't speak for me. At all.
Well, I can know that you are scary.
All right, keep walking.
I'm not
Hal, as a general rule, don't just go telling everybody secrets that are not known
She
to
said
them?
she
Not a
could.
secret.
That's
She
as a
said she could be a
general
wolf
rule.
first.
That's not a secret. I'm not ashamed of how I was made.
All right, I don't understand y'all's dynamics, so that's fine. Okay.
This...
Poor Phineas.
He's very
Don't try
Would
too
you-
hard to understand, Phineas. It's better just to just let it go.
Would you like to understand? I can try to explain it.
Perhaps not when we're trying to
We'll
find.
have time for that
loot.
later.
Maybe not right now.
All right.
We'll have it at the campfire next rest.
All right. With your very slow, stealthy pace, you start traveling for the first hour of the wee morning. The sun comes up, it burns off the clouds, and the sea that you keep very close at hand to your right seems to be calming. There's still some effects that you can tell. Lots of debris has washed up from the storm. There's lots of wildlife coming down to pick whatever got washed out of the ocean. Lots of gulls coming after those poor crabs that have been stranded. And then by the time the hour is done, the sun is high, and it's actually really a beautiful morning. The red sunrise has turned into a bright, beaming yellow dawn. And the trees are just there. It's very quiet, very peaceful. The birds are singing. They give you a little bit of a distance. You see squirrels jumping from one tree to the next. Again, at a distance. Nothing really seems to be coming close enough to you. All of you can smell vanilla very heavily. It's almost a trail of vanilla in the air.
That's not great.
For better or for worse.
What smells amazing?
You would know.
No, I know.
Yes.
Wait, real?
Well, I don't
I like it.
smell like a lizard.
So
Exactly.
success.
Good, I had success.
And every 5 minutes, almost like clockwork, Benny forgets that he's sneaking
Oh, God.
Benny.
Of course he does.
and starts asking you questions.
Aw.
The first one is to Diana because she's the nicest looking person, or at least the kindest looking person.
Wow.
Hal's a little intimidating with the abs, so it's just a thing.
Hal makes small
Abs out.
talk, but he's not got the highest charisma.
I have the nicest face.
So, Miss,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that's your sister,
Mhm.
but why's your hair different?
Well, it was the same when we were kids, and then it changed.
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm.
Can you change it again? Are you going to change it again?
There,
Whose hair changed? Yours or hers?
you ask a lot of questions.
Oh, I know. It's what everybody knows about me.
Right. I might change it soon because it's very distinguishable.
Oh, you mean it's obvious? Yeah.
Yes. And her hair changed first. Ours was white, but they were both white, and then mine became more white and hers became black. So,
Wow.
yep.
Okay. Stealth mode. And he remembers that he was in stealth mode and pulls it down.
Do you remember when Jan was like that?
Yes. Just as silly back then, too.
Oh, dude, say he was doing a sneak attack before he would do a sneak attack.
Except he forgot to shower beforehand, so you can smell him from miles away.
The whole way. But I mean, even if you couldn't smell him, you'd know. Sneak attack!
We're doing great, Benny. Very sneaky.
I know.
How much
got a
farther
6.
are we?
Well, it was an hour going,
Huh?
but I was running to keep up with the boat. So
So
They
it
do
was
have
like it was almost an hour running home because I found where they were stopped.
How many were there?
Of the bad guys?
Yeah, raiders.
Oh. 10 or 20? It was 2 boats.
Huh, that's not
2
bad.
boats.
It's a very small raiding party.
I mean, we're also assuming at this point that by the time we get there in approximately 3 hours, they're still going to be there approximately 4 hours since he last saw them.
True.
Maybe we should
mean,
pick up
they
the
were-
pace?
They were just setting up camp when I left.
Okay.
Diana,
what?
do you want me to run ahead?
I can run. We can run if you think running's good.
Oh.
Do you run? Do you all run? I
He
run.
doesn't.
No.
No, not all of us. Do you want to check ahead? See how much
Yeah.
farther we have to go at Benny's pace?
Sure. Yeah. I'll
All right.
run.
I mean, it just as long as you can see the water,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna find the camp. It's on the water.
Right.
There might have been a faster way, but I know that I stayed where I could see the water because on the way following them, I
Hey,
was by the water so I could see the boat.
Benny.
Yes,
You're very smart. All right.
thank you.
And
No one says
wait.
that.
Listen, okay? I know how to find them much faster. I just need to make sure that you're not going to scream or be afraid when I do turn into a wolf.
I told you she could turn into a wolf.
I'm so good with it.
Okay.
I'm so good with it.
Is this going to be like the time that my friend took me for a ride in a Tesla and told me that it has incredible uptake speed and then told me she was going to do it and then did it and I screamed?
Probably. Right, Benny.
Considering
Handle
Ada's,
your mouth.
considering Ada's not just a wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, a wolf the size of a horse. Like,
All right, Benny, you're going to do one thing for me before we do this. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Take your hand.
I do solemnly swear. Oh,
Okay. All right. Ada, unleash.
and she ripples, her body just ripples out and transforms into a wolf, a completely black wolf, but the size of a horse. Ada then leans forward. She licks like his entire face, and
That's terrifying.
right, and then and she sniffs him, so she has his scent as well as, and then she takes off following his scent that he went down earlier to find the camp, and also keeping an eye on the water.
Diana, make a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh no, it's a 4.
Oh, good. The boy almost knocks you over as he tackle hugs you,
Okay.
and as his breathing slows, this is the best day of my life.
Sure it is, little guy. Sure it is.
Okay.
Like, whoa. Falls. Hopefully in Hal's direction.
Yeah.
And he regains his composure. His eyes are bright. He's got those bags under his eyes that you're seeing now because he was literally up all night tracking his goat.
Oh,
And
buddy.
Go.
And so he's tired, but whatever you have brought to this child has given him this new energy and determination that he's not going to completely fail for once.
For once.
Baby.
And he starts tracking.
Betty.
Pathetic. So I will. Do I have to roll a what checks do you want as I get running?
I'm gonna need a perception check from you, and go ahead and roll that and hold on to it.
Yes, I need a perception check, but I get to use my wolf dice for that one.
Yes, you do.
A
You are in wolf form.
A different D20 for the wolf.
So, Miss Cupcake, did you have family in Falcon's Ridge? Because I've met so many Yuan-Ti, and usually they're not super nice. I've got this one friend who's pretty cool. She's nice. But they all... I think you're nice.
I am glad that you think I am nice. What is the most interesting thing you learned about the Yuan-Ti and
Their
Falcon?
tongues do the thing.
Yeah, like this.
Yes, that I know.
And
I
she
saw it.
sticks out her tongue and it goes in multiple directions.
That's how I knew you were from Idra. Well, probably from Idra. It could have been lots of places.
That is where my people mostly congregate.
Exactly. I know.
What else did you learn about us?
My friend really likes the sunshine. She prefers sunshine to rain.
Okay.
She
Any secrets they told you? I love secrets.
I wouldn't tell you because it's a secret.
I love Benny so much.
Damn it. I'm trying to get information out of this kid. Wait, I might have a thing that can help me with that, actually. Do I?
Also,
I feel
your
like my charm
charisma
is
score
only
is
for
higher
snakes.
now. You have advantage if you want to use the charisma
Right.
because of my perfume, because you smell so beautiful.
I think I'm going to tell him, but secrets are meant to be shared.
You're gonna need a really good roll, like 25 or higher,
Roll a
to
persuasion
break
roll
this
with advantage.
child's understanding of reality.
Anybody got or help or whatever?
Well, you have advantage from my perfume if you roll persuasion.
Yeah.
I know, but I can at most get
You want
24.
Ooh.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Have guidance.
Cool.
That's your thing. There you go.
You can do that. Yeah.
That was really shitty.
Both.
Yeah, I got 11, so that ain't it.
That's it. I'm pretty sure that's not the definition we were taught in school.
But is it a secret?
Or what my
if
Nana
it's
said.
Never been shared? Isn't a secret inherently? Doesn't it have to relate to somebody having shared it with you in order for it to be a secret?
No, it's you agreeing with somebody that no one else should know.
I don't know. I don't think that people should have secrets when there are kids involved. Surprises are okay. Secrets are not. It's a safety thing.
I'll tell my grandma when I get back.
Damn it.
Good try.
It was a very good try.
That's okay. He didn't get any information out of me, so.
He wasn't looking for information, at least.
What?
At least he wasn't looking for information.
Yeah.
All right. It is exactly 9 o'clock, so let's give ourselves a quick bio break. 5 minutes. Something about arcane
All right, Peter.
anthems.
We are
Make
going
him
on our
suffer.
bio break. We will be back in 5 minutes. There will be a timer so you know how long we are gone. Tunes by Arcane Anthems. And probably a commercial to keep the pre-roll ads away. We will see you soon. We're back.
We're back.
We hope you got your snacks. I got Doritos.
Oh.
Sorry.
I want Doritos. I don't have any snacks.
I got a clementine.
Nothing was calling me in my kitchen. I'm trying to limit my snacks, and now I just have nothing that I'm like, oh.
I
I've got Rolos.
have aired.
What? Where did we have Rolos?
He's hiding them.
We didn't have Rolos. Rob has Rolos.
He has her own.
I have chicken, mac and cheese, and I have aired.
Oh no.
Oh,
It is
you being
bad.
You at least
attacked by
bring the lid with you?
I did,
Do you need 2 Rolos?
That's good.
I'll be fine.
but I'm
Can
being
live.
mobbed.
Do you want me to put them on the nightstand?
Yes. Place them next to my
Save them.
bedside so that I might have them.
like a hotel.
Yes.
Put 'em on the
Those are my
pillow.
pillow
On the pillow.
chocolates.
Yeah,
Thank you for a good turn down
Anyway.
service.
there you go.
So
All right,
a little
let's
bit
move.
more time passes. You go around this bend and you realize that you now have taken definitely a long way because you're by the sea, where you could have just cut off most of this peninsula had you had a proper map. Ada didn't bother with any of this. She probably just picked up the scent and ran. But that's okay. About this time, he turns around, pulls down his hood, and just stares at Phineas for a moment. You don't look like a forest person. Why are you out here?
I'm heading to Corinthia, and they were also heading to Corinthia. I've learned it's better not to travel alone. That's pretty much it.
You're gonna need new shoes. Stop!
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need new shoes. I'm gonna need a bath. I haven't had a bath.
I've heard of those. Stop! Sorry. And he goes back to hustling along. You see him stop and pick up a shell here and there, and then remember to be in the shadows, and he darts off of the beach back into the tree line before finally he gets the courage to walk next to his new hero. Is really the vibe that you get from him, that there's something about Hal that he's intimidated, and not in like a scary way, but in a I want to be you when I grow up. Hal, you've probably spent a good few years with that feeling, looking at the other monks around you, trying to study. So he brings this familiar energy. And if this isn't the first time that someone's brought this to you, go ahead and let me know. But he just kind of looks at you and goes, I feel like something's... Why are you with all of them?
First, I'll say that this is definitely the first person who's treated Hal as a sort of mentor. He's only like 19, maybe 20, despite being trained by the monks for like the last 7 years. They're all old, or middle-aged to old, so he's definitely the youngest in their order right now that he knows of. Well, I am on a sabbatical. Basically just traveling the world to see if there's anything more interesting than the life I know. Because how can you really choose your life if it's the only thing you've known? You gotta experience different things. And then I stumbled across Diana and Ada Well, technically they stumbled across me. Diana's getting married, and she was in a wedding dress, but it was ruined. So we had the barmaid's helper, assistant. I don't actually know what their relationship was. Anyway, we got her clothes for Diana, since it wouldn't make sense to walk around in a ruined wedding dress. From
No.
there, we met up with Phineas and Ray because they were going to the same place, and I have a map that helped them both find where they were trying to go. So long story short, I guess I'm their guide.
Huh. And now I'm your guide.
You are. You are the guide's guide.
So
What a guy.
by helping people, you can do more with your life.
Absolutely. We have to treat the world as we want to be treated, even if it doesn't return the favor.
But there's so many mean people.
There are. But you're not going to make them any nicer by being mean to them.
No one's ever said that.
That was pretty on the point. Phineas was a little surprised. Like, that's pretty insightful.
So I kind of thought you all were gonna kill the raiders and save my friends.
Well, I hope that we're able to save your friends and maybe talk to the raiders, work out a deal, something of that nature. Back in where I come from, the monks used to do that all the time. Negotiation is key.
Diana's feeling
They
really
don't-
anxious right now. Oh no!
But worst case, I know that sometimes some level of violence is necessary. So, for that matter, you're definitely not going to be able to come with us. I'm assuming that you haven't, had a lot of combat experience. I could be wrong.
I fight with my grandpa. He knows how to use a spear and a
Well,
shield.
that's very good.
No. I told your grandma you would not be there. So you are going to turn back before we get close.
Look, every time I snuck out of the house and got caught, my grandma would throw her sandals at me, and I'm really good at not getting hit now.
Listen, dodging a chacleta is not the same. Okay? Pero like you're going to be back home.
Don't worry, we'll be just fine without
You
you.
can dodge a sandal, you can dodge a spear.
No. I told your grandmother you would not be near that camp. You're just telling us where the camp is.
If it makes you feel
Understood.
better, the first 5 years I was with the monks, I wasn't allowed to get involved in any of the confrontations. I was able to watch from a distance, and that was it. And even then, I had a supervisor when I was watching from a distance.
Oh.
It takes time, but you grow with it. You have a curious mind, so you're going to do great.
And
You definitely recruited him at this point.
he's gonna lean in close and just kind of whisper up, like on his toes. And do I get abs like that if I do the peace thing? Because I know the girls really like it when you have like the really cool muscles.
I've heard that you can get it from a variety of ways. But really, it's about physical exercise and consistency, and training your body to be
wondering-
able to withstand any environment.
Wondering when he was going to ask Hal about his workout routine.
How much protein do you get? How much do you even lift, bro?
Okay. And before he pulls his hood on for stealth mode, thank you. Thank you.
Of course, anytime. I'm happy to be of service.
Stealth mode. And he starts scampering forward.
Young minds. The future generations. I guess I'm becoming a teacher or something.
You're all welcome for all of that. Ada, I believe 20 minutes ago,
Mhm.
you rolled me a perception check.
I did. Do you want to know how good it was?
You're way too happy about this.
I got 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty perceptive. Gonna lie. Know what I'm doing.
And you had a 20-something also on your stealth?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So we're just going to kind of go with that. You can easily get a distance here. So I did drop a quick little picture in the stream chat of the vibe, though the boat is moored right now. Peering through the trees at the fairly secluded beach, Ada is able to spy 2 Viking longboats pulled up onto the shore. A small campfire is burning for the 3 guards keeping watch. There are 4 small tents set up in a semicircle near the perimeter of the camp. The prisoners are all chained up alongside one of the boats. There are easily a dozen prisoners here, though none look like they're currently in any fighting shape, as their feet have been constantly washed by the cool waves and the lapping of the sea for however many hours they've been sitting here. The livestock, mostly goats, are roped to a tree near the northwestern edge of the camp, where these grazing beasts can reach the undergrowth of the forest. Still up on one of the boats, not the one with the slaves, is a giant pile of cages filled with clucking chickens.
It's because eggs are so expensive.
They know what they're doing.
They know
took
what
the
they're
wealth.
up to. So wait, how many
I'm
men did I see there?
You see 3 people keeping watch.
Okay.
With the 24, I'm going to give you a little more detail. You're able to see the largest tent near you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you're able to hear that within the largest tent there are multiple snoring voices.
Okay.
The small tent that is a little to its left, going clockwise around the camp. You can't really see who's in there, but it's occupied.
Mm.
And then on the far side are 2 more tents, both of them seeming to have people inside because there's some sort of movement that's against the wind, whether they're getting ready for the day, whether they're snoring and rolling over or whatnot.
So how many would I have like an estimate of how many people to report
Benny
back?
did a pretty good job, somewhere between
Like
10 and 20.
10 and 20?
But as of right now, there's 3. And the one thing you do note, that the 2 guys sitting on a log together are chatting. They smell Viking. There's nothing particularly amazing about them other than just that familiar smell. And as that kind of like hits you, you realize the smell that you smelled last night. This is it. This is what was gone. So there was still active burning and feasting in the town, while this was on the sea.
So these are not the raiders from last night then? Or they are? I'm confused. I'm sorry.
This is probably they're bringing home treasure and they're bringing home the slaves.
Mhm.
These are not the raiders you are looking for.
Well done.
So they don't have any markings that I would recognize. They're not from any clans I'd recognize. I can't really.
The one by himself
Mhm.
catches your eye.
Okay.
Not because he is familiar, but because of the markings down his neck, down his arms, across his bare back. That guy is a berserker.
Mm. Okay. then I'm going to take that information. I'm going to run back, I suppose, to my companions.
It only takes you about 5 minutes. They've been
Yeah.
doing a pretty good job going. And you meet them just a little beside the shore. You see Benny at first start as you come into view, and then he smiles, and then he goes to like hug pet you, and then he realizes that's a bad idea, and he just kind of does this like freeze.
Ada gets down on her belly and just puts her chin on top of her paws and flicks her tail
pet
like
her.
once.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I know you want to.
He's gonna just lean full on, 2 hands right behind the ears, and just tackle Scritch the top of your head.
Hal also
Her tail definitely wags.
Hal also now has the jitters and is holding himself back from doing anything and takes a more formal monk stance to maintain his composure.
100% Ada gets that, and she looks at Hal, and her ears just immediately back, like, no.
Hal just wants to know, are you as soft as
Okay,
Diana?
so how many problems do we have?
Very good.
Yes.
All right. Well,
What was that, Nathan?
Okay, Ada, how many problems do we have up
I
there?
will summon her back into mortal form.
Okay, now, thank you, Benny.
Lift
His
child
eyes are in
off.
the shape of hearts,
Yeah,
by the way. Like,
just
if this was an anime character,
Anime
it would-
style?
yeah.
so our friend Benny is a very good scout because there were about, I would say, if I had to guess, maybe 20. I don't think they're the raiders that were. They're not the same ones I smelled last night, but they do have a bunch of civilians being taken as, workers. They have a berserker with them.
Stupid?
What?
Do we?
Is the berserker stupid?
No. Berserkers are very, very strong.
Would we know what that means?
I would love to say both of you come from countries that neighbor the Northlands. You would have an idea, at least, of the myth of what a berserker is.
Phineas Berserker sounds like a prime candidate for whole person.
Hal has no idea.
Hal has no idea.
They're very not to be messed with.
Wasn't planning to.
Well, you might have to start planning ahead a little bit better because I think that we should get the goats at least so that our friend Benny here can have his livelihood back, and it would be probably what do you want to do about the slaves? You don't.
You said there are 20 of them? There's 20 raiders and a berserk.
Maybe more. They were in many of them were
more.
in the tent. I said an estimate.
Right.
I'm not good at counting. You know this. Don't ask me how
Yes.
many leaves on the tree. 100.
That's not the issue, is that it's very clearly will be outnumbered.
We've been outnumbered before.
Benny, where did you say you were from? If these are not the same raiders, then where did they get these things?
I mean, those are my friends from Falcon Ridge.
Well,
Well,
So
Let's just go.
maybe they weren't part of the fight. Maybe they're just transport raiders. Do raiders do transport?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I know nothing about these raiders.
This would be
Well, it sounds like we should move quickly and quietly.
all right. Well,
Can you do that? Quickly?
Okay, that was low. And you know that.
Does know that, yes. That's why she said that. So Ada knows where the cat is. Benny, it's time for you to go back home.
Here. What if I just stay here?
Because what if they run out when they see that we're helping your friends and try to bring back others to make up for the cargo that they've lost?
I could hide in these trees, and if you free my friends, just let them run. Tell them they can find me here, and then you can.
That's not
Benny,
a terrible idea.
How high can you climb?
Real high.
No,
I'm so good at climbing.
show me.
I am even better at climbing than I am being stealthy, and you saw how good I am at stealthy. I'm so good at stealth mode.
Okay. Phineas is gonna snap his fingers, and Sadie is going to appear, and he looks at Benny and says, "If the cat scratches you, you run."
That's a good plan. There you go. You see? Cat, scratch, run, home. Don't pass
Okay.
this tree right here. You do not pass this.
Yep. Okay.
Where's the goggle?
See?
Okay.
Compromise. We can always find compromise.
I'm helping.
All right. So the rest of us, are we feeling prepared to potentially go into this camp with about 20 or so Vikings and try to free livestock and people?
What do the economic outputs of the Viking people look like? What kind of negotiation tools will we have?
None. You
Not
won't. We will sneak in and we will free them so that we don't have to just start a fight. Listen, the thing about raiding, it's a time-honored tradition, and generally raiders are not violent. There'll be every now and again someone will die, but it's an accident. It's not supposed,
Supplies.
it's for supplies and for food, for money, treasure,
So taking their supplies would make us, enemies.
I see.
So unless
Yes.
we have something to
Tradition.
trade, unless we have things to trade, which we do not have many things, we don't have much to offer in terms of negotiation.
I see.
I didn't even. Is Benny listening?
He has pretty much gone to the tree
Great.
with the cat and is very fascinated with the cat.
Great. Perfect. I didn't even want to go and necessarily save the goats. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't, people who are hunting us down specifically. So
Or our people. And it's clearly not our people.
it's not our people.
So that's rules.
But
That
did you see my armor?
I wasn't looking for your armor. What does your armor even look like?
Any armor. I would take any armor at this point.
Oh, there's plenty of armor. Would you like to walk over there? You can go get it. We can
Kinda,
have
yeah.
fun.
Wizard Phineas, do we have any secret magic? Do you have any secret magic? Hiding magic?
Oh, hiding magic? No, definitely don't.
Hal
have
was
that.
very confused and
But-
concerned when you said secret magic, but then relaxed when you said hiding magic.
Hiding magic? No,
Oh.
I don't have hiding magic. But if we get creative, I could write something in the sky. Is there something we could write in the sky that would make these people turn tail and run?
Well,
Like, I don't know, a message from their god,
Message from
or
the
something
Lord.
they think would be a message from their god.
yes, if you write
Or
Lucy with diamonds, they're very.
and you're sure that
No,
will work?
absolutely
No.
not. That will not work. I'm sorry. They're not afraid of many things. We're taught not to be afraid.
Could we distract
Okay,
them?
okay, all right. I
Could we
knew it was a
distract
long
them
Look
shot.
and make
here
them think
instead.
that there's something that they could gain by going somewhere else and give us time to free the people?
Treasure eastward.
Treasure that away.
I mean, that doesn't preclude us from having to, you know, get people away from them, but, you know.
Okay, but
Okay, yeah, that
distraction
doesn't
is
feel like
probably
that's
a
gonna
good
work.
idea. I don't know what. So in this explosion,
What if I just put coordinates in the sky for some random place as like a mile from here?
It's
Raider-
clickbait.
BuzzFeed.
Hot singles in the area want to talk to you.
can we?
Hot elves in the area.
Only elves.
Daya, there are people. I mean, not our people, not from Valhaddan, but from our. This is your call. You're going to be Jarl.
I would like to save the prisoners. That would be probably good. But I also do not want us to die at the hands of these Vikings who we do not know, who would probably not hesitate to kill us if we steal their stuff.
How do your people feel about traveling minstrels?
You want
Could I
to play
distract
the
them with a
music?
song?
You could probably confuse the daylights out of them, that's for sure.
How good is the song? It really depends. If you sound like the great minstrel of our people, Joey Beatty, then yes, it'll be fine.
Could you hum
But
one
if
of
you
the
do
tunes?
not-
Maybe I could try and play it.
Burn, butcher, burn.
I think this would count as an improvised song.
Yeah,
you
I would like
could-
to.
I guess that if you came in and played them a song, that might be distracting, and we like sneak around and we free people while you're doing that. It's very risky. How fast? You can run fast, right?
Oh, I can run fast. Not quite as fast as Ada, I think, but fast
Okay.
enough. I suppose, what are the chances that when I'm done, they wouldn't let me leave?
It's a 50-50, really.
50, depending on if you're good. If you're good,
If
they
you're
might want
good,
to
they
take you.
might clap and then, be like,
Say,
Yeah.
come with us.
You
You're
have-
with us.
there's a chance they'll give you coin or a chance they'll take you with them.
And if you're really terrible, they'll just kill you.
Oh, so there's three
This is
options.
It's very risky, Hal. It's very risky.
Here's the thing, Hal. I like this plan. And I don't like admitting that. But I think that it needs a little bit more work. Here's what I'm going to think. We go in, you play your song.
Ray dances, right? What if it is like a duo? He plays the song and she dances. And that could be
Oh,
the
yes.
Ooh, yes! A traveling
That way-
circus!
Hal's not by
And
I've only
himself.
seen one circus before.
What is the goal of
We
this?
a
distract them
distraction
with
while the two of
entertainment.
us free the slaves.
I thought of something. I'll if I run in as a wolf, I can scare the livestock. They'll go. They'll flee.
Sure.
And that will make them follow the other raiders. They'll follow me. They're
Right.
not going to hurt me.
Yes, they will.
Are you
No,
sure?
I am very certain they will not hurt me badly.
You are fast.
I'm fast and nothing hurts me.
You did just get burned by fiery arrows.
Yeah, but it was like
yesterday.
But that was fire, and they don't seem. It's daytime, and I don't
Ada's
think they're gonna be using the
invincible.
fire. Ada, yeah, she's like, I'll just run in and cause havoc, and while I'm doing that, you all can let go the slaves, and that way we have more people helping let go the slaves and defending ourselves if we need, than using 2 people not fighting or not prepared to fight to make music and dancing.
Like rip open the chicken coops and just cause chaos, and we steal the goats from the people.
Pretty much. Just I will run into the
That could work.
camp, and I will run over the enclosures with the livestock. It will break. Easy.
Okay. Try not to crush the livestock.
Now be prepared to disable the
I will
berserker if it becomes necessary.
Okay.
Oh, you'll disable the berserker so well. I'm
I
betting on our
I
companions
may
is
have been
wrong.
raised in a I may not have talked to many people, but I do understand sarcasm. My dad wields it like a sword.
I didn't know you could do that.
So,
Not
Okay.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, so
like Ada said,
what do
I
you
think it's your call, Diana. You seem to know the people
My
best.
call.
Traveling circus or rampaging wolf? Both very exciting plans.
Do you ever get like nervous or sad or feel anything other than whatever this?
Not for a long time.
I'm so sorry.
I don't even know how to reply to that.
You don't. It's worth a shot. I guess it's better to not know that we are here. Or is everyone else all right with that plan? We have a rampaging wolf, and then we go and unlock as many things as possible, and then we all, get out really fast. Yes? Ray,
Sure.
Phineas?
I don't have a backup plan if that goes badly,
I
but
don't
it seems like a good enough first plan.
I'll bite people if it goes badly.
for-
That is the backup plan. I am the backup plan. I am the one who knocks.
I'm with you,
You're
Diana.
the front plan and the backup plan, which means there's no second plan.
Nope.
But it's fine.
Right.
Okay.
Well, let's find out what we got.
All right. Let's.
Poor Robert. I love
mean-
Robert's face of I never see what you guys are doing.
I mean, both of our plans basically wake up the entire camp, so...
Oh yeah.
Our plans are terrible.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We'll also
Um,
decide who's going for the animals and who's going for the people.
Hal's definitely going towards the people.
People.
He wants to be where the people
Right,
are.
too.
Raise
I need a
people.
wolf
Alright.
now.
I
Um,
immediately will go for the animals because
Benny is off
they're
the map.
scared of me in a wolf form. I'm scary, and so I'll cause a panic, and that will cause the distraction. I'm so distracting.
And I'm like, if I also become a wolf, then we can do like a dog shepherding thing.
Yeah. Good sheepdog.
Shepherd the animals in the right direction. Bite the people if they come.
Perfect.
All right. I have added Ada Wolf to the map. So Peter, I sent you a link to the non-battle map. This is not a battle at the moment.
Yet.
Gonna
Alright.
Yet.
The
put
not battle map is live.
So down in the bottom left-hand corner, you can find the 5 of you. We're ignoring the absolute bottom left-hand corner because that's where the tokens just are. Here, you know what?
It's okay. I've got them off the map
There.
for now.
Yeah.
That works too.
So exactly as we had previously described, there is a camp here. The dock where you see a whole bunch of commoners is representing one of the boats. The other boat is off to the north. There are 4 tents, and there are 3 people on watch. And there's a whole bunch of goats to the top left corner. I'm going to start with Ada. Where would you like to enter the camp from?
Let me see. I would like to I want to enter by the livestock so that the guards will have to turn towards me when they hear noises.
All right. I've got you moved up there by the goats. Ray, where would you like to be?
I want to be hiding near the people.
All right.
Ray wants to be where the people are.
I believe I heard Hal was also going to be people area. Phineas.
Phineas is going to be as far away as he reasonably can. Let's call it, I don't know. Wait, that's 60. That's 60. If I'm closer than 60 feet to people, it's a problem. So I'm going to be as far. I'm going to be 60 feet away to the best of my ability from anybody that we're dealing with. Probably airing toward. Where do we have 2? Where do we have 1?
So if you're looking at this campfire at like 6 o'clock, there is the one person who is not wearing any sort of armor and has a bunch of tattoos. And then closer to 7 o'clock,
where do we
8 o'clock.
Where are our party members?
Oh, very, very bottom. Directly south.
Very, very bottom. Okay.
So I added you behind Ray and Hal.
Diana, do you want backup?
I guess
You're by yourself right now.
Diana, where would you like to be?
Where are the animals again? Animal crates?
The animals are on the far side of the camp. They're up near the north. That's where Ada's going to be attacking.
So she's going to attack. They're going to start coming this direction.
Also, my intention is just to make them scatter.
Being somewhere on the left side of the camp will keep the Viking focused on the left side, whereas the people are on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say like might go towards like the left, a little bit further up, so that like as the animals are running, like continue to usher them in the direction that they're supposed to go. And then,
all right,
yeah.
So we've kind of got you halfway between the party and Ada.
So yeah, if Phineas, if you wanted to join me over there, that could be helpful. That way, then I won't be alone.
Yeah, that feels like the best way to run this.
Yeah.
All right.
If we're gonna split, we might as well split together.
Yeah, but we also split the 2 squishiest people together.
We're very squishy, but I'm going to be a wolf first, so.
All right. I am going. If you're going to be a wolf, go ahead and wolf up. Mark that on your usage. And was anyone pre-casting any spells? You said you didn't really have stealthy things, so.
Just for scale, how far are we from like the closest bandit?
80 feet.
80 feet.
I
Okay.
would
The
like
tent
to,
is like 60 feet.
before
Okay,
I leave
cool.
them,
That works.
could I cast, I don't know, aid to the people?
To your allies? Absolutely.
Yeah.
What 3 people would you like to give hit points to?
Going to give them to Phineas, Hal, and Ray.
Nice. Not yourself.
I don't know. Should I do myself?
Do-
Who does-
Hal will encourage you to do Phineas, Ray, and yourself.
Okay.
Hal
and
will be
Ray
okay.
will encourage you to do Hal.
Oh my god,
Phineas.
guys.
Do yourself and pick another.
Meta game, Hal's AC and health are substantially higher than Ray's.
My AC is in the tank at the moment.
So do Ray.
Okay, so it's me, Phineas, and Ray. No more.
All right, you all have +5 to your maximum hit
Is that
points.
5?
Yep.
Okay.
And max.
Is that just in the 10th place? Is that rude or no?
No, that's your actual hit point max. You can put it as temp HP if you want, because
Okay, I'm
it
just
doesn't
gonna
really.
do that because that's easier to remember.
It's usually easier.
Cast. Okay. Great.
And then I am going to need everyone to roll me some stealth checks at advantage.
$19 for Hal.
No whammy, no whammy.
Was not that advantage. Have to roll it again.
Well, it's a good
Yikes.
thing it was advantage because it's a 12 as opposed to a nat 1.
Nat 20.
14.
10.
I am,
Phoenix, yours was 10 with advantage.
Sure was. 7 and an 8 on the dice.
Well, at least you didn't use your 2 for that. Is that 8 or you're at like 29, 35, something like that?
yeah.
Okay.
Because that was a nat 20. And then what did you say the thing about the stealth was that I keep forgetting? Because the
That
werewolf.
if you are in darkness,
Yes.
which
If I'm in the woods, which I.
Like-
yeah.
you've got to be very particular about really getting the deeper shadows.
Uh huh.
You are actually invisible. Yeah.
Gloomstalker
And is
bitches.
that only when she's a wolf or all the time? Okay.
Nope. That is not a wolf thing. It just transfers over.
Guess what? I made my character sheet right. This doesn't normally happen. So.
I didn't make my character sheet.
Look at you rangering so well.
Are you proud of me?
I am.
Oh, okay, good.
All right. Let's see how far this goes before I have to call for initiative. And yeah, okay. We're going to start with Ada because she's kicking us off. Describe how you're doing this. So I've got you at the top of the camp behind the 2 tents.
Great.
Um,
She is toying with the goats because there are moments that she will step very intentionally on a twig or something that they will hear to kind of like start inciting panic amongst them, getting them all like nervous and riled up. There's lots of loud panicking goats, which is going to be my new band name, Panicking Goats. And
Nice. Panicking greatest of all time.
so
until they seem to have like settled a little bit, and then she's just going to start slowly creeping out of the woods with the low threatening growl, and spring not for the animals themselves, but for they have like a makeshift enclosure. Is that what's keeping them there, or
No,
they
they're
have...
just they're all roped to the trees. So each goat has an individual rope on it.
And how many goats are there?
There are 6.
6. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, I'm going to try to break a rope.
All right. So leaping out of the shadows, you rush up. The goats start pulling, braying, buying, and the 2 guys leap up because they were on watch. So they leap up, as does the berserker, and give me a bite attack.
Okie dokie. Bite attack. Oh, that's just a +5, right? Or hang on.
I think it's comparable to your hand axe, was what we had decided.
Think so. Well, I'm looking at do I look at the wolf character sheet for I'm so sorry. New class.
I meant to
wolf character sheet for this, or do I look at the my character sheet?
Given that it's a rope, you can just do the hand axe.
Okay, cool. Cool. So +5 to hit, 14 +5, 19.
Yep, that totally hits a piece of rope.
Piece of rope, and then it's 1d6 +3. 7.
Yeah, it has 2 hit points.
Yeah, the rope's dead. Congratulations, I've killed it.
Congrats.
Goodbye, rope.
Yeah. You snap this rope, and the 3 that were kind of tethered to this one tree all burst off. So the ropes were kind of intertwined around one common rope, and they start fleeing to the southwest away from you.
Shit.
One of them runs almost directly into Diana. One of them runs very close to Phineas, and the other is trailing behind them. So the 2 of you are about to be stampeded. What would you like to do? I mean, Diana's a wolf.
This is where the herding thing comes into play. They're about to run into me. I'll give like a little snap to make them run in the correct direction.
Animal handling?
Sure. Handle the animals.
I was going to say your other option is a shove action.
I'm not shoving them, I'm just snapping, but it's an 8, so it's not great.
One of them runs exactly where you kind of wanted it to go. One of them stops, slips, slide, and starts running back towards Ada. And the third runs the opposite way and starts running into the camp where the other goats are tied up to a tree. Phineas.
Phineas is going to try to sleight of hand, grab one of the ropes on them and redirect them.
Ooh, I like it.
It's probably not going to go well, but
We love to see the little nerd acting like a farm boy.
Yeah, that's a 2.
Oh, no.
+2 is a 4.
You grab hold of the rope, and it just burns right out of your hand. You didn't even get your second hand onto it, and you just have this little searing pain for a split second.
Yep. These hands were not farmer hands. Am I taking any damage on that?
You're not.
Okay. Because I was considering if I did, I was considering taking my use of foresight
I
for
feel like
the
that's just a hilarious thing for there being 3 people who have lived on a farm in this party.
Yeah. The guys on watch start racing towards the commotion.
What are we doing, Tedward?
And they all start shouting, and you can hear that the tents all start to be very lively. Very, very, very lively. Ray, what would you like to do?
What is it that is holding the people in chains? Or like, is it chains? Is it?
You can't tell immediately because they are bound behind their backs. But if you would like to use your time now to just kind of take a moment and assess how to best get them out or what's holding them there, you can absolutely make either a perception or investigation check.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
So you are about 75 feet away from them.
That is a 17 perception.
So it looks like most of them have manacles on,
Okay.
but those manacles are connected to one another by rope.
Got it. So slice the ropes and deal with the manacles later. I'm going to convey that to...
You're with
Am
Hal.
I by myself?
No, I'm
Hal?
here, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hal.
So, cut the ropes.
Got it. Ropes. I'm measuring distance real quick. Oh, that's far. But not too far. I think I am going to... I'm going to bonus action dash to get to the people in this turn. And then I am going to use a dagger to cut the ropes. And as he gets close to them, he's going to whisper, "Quiet, we're going to get you out of here."
All right. You can't run on water yet, right?
No, not yet.
Okay, that's a later thing. So Ray, as you whisper to Hal, you see him just spring into action. He's not waiting to see the fallout of the commotion. He's not anything. Just you gave him a task, and he is going to see it through. Hal, make me an attack roll with your dagger.
Oh, that was an 8.
Somehow, you missed the rope.
He runs over and he like does a slide in to get there real fast, grabs the rope, slices it, and then realizes it was like the end of the rope, not actually like the middle part that does anything.
You had one job, Hal.
I don't think I can really do anything else.
No, I think that's action, movement, bonus action. Yeah, you're
You're
kind of stuck there.
I could.
I will take.
Oh no, I can't. Never mind. Yeah.
I will take a persuasion check from you. Or you can rely on your passive sexy.
I have a choice between the two.
I'm gonna let you. Do you want to make a persuasion check, or just your passive sexy to have people not freak out that you're dashing at them with a dagger?
Statistically, I'm gonna go with my passive sexy.
All right, what is it?
14. He's got great abs, okay?
Wow. All right.
Such a pretty person would never hurt us.
Bomb boy.
Oh my god! Wait! Now I'm just imagining him as Wesley, and I love him so much. Wesley is far snarkier than Hal, though, okay? Like, that does not work.
I mean, after
Wesley-
he was
Wesley-
captured on a pirate ship, so like,
Remember, Wesley started as a naive love boy, too.
It's true.
He only became a
I
killer
have
later.
goals.
But when does a comet become a meteor?
All right, friends. It is 10 o'clock. Is this something that we want to continue next week, or do we want to slow play this in the role play throughout the week?
I am open to either option.
I think a nice slow play. I do enjoy me some good writing. I love writing Ada because you can see into her head a little bit, and she doesn't seem like such a bitch for the audience.
The internal monologue is to justify her actions.
It gives us some time to think about the choices that we've made and how we got ourselves
Like
into
the
those
fact that Hal
situations.
just
down
ran
and
out into
and
the
try and
open.
think our way out.
Yeah.
Give me time to think about whether I want to use both of my portents to put the berserker to sleep. Seems like a pretty good plan.
That's a good plan.
Anyway, it sounds like
Unless he has resistance.
we are done for the night. Check out our Discord in case
Yeah.
you are not there, so that you could see if we do anything. And otherwise, you'll catch us next week at the same time, same place.
Bye.
Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.